Hello everyone, welcome back to My First Day. I'm Josh Matthews for ImpactWrestling.com. My guest this week needs no introduction. Rebel, thank you for joining us.
Hi.
You know, it's funny, somebody said on television at one of these tapings here in Orlando, one of the girls said to you in the ring, never heard you talk before. You don't talk much. We don't hear from you all that often.
I'm usually being that fun cheerleader showgirl for everyone, and haven't got the opportunity to speak, and I finally got to say a little one word to the girls.
It was impactful. But in real life, in reality, TNA, you are one of the most outspoken and outgoing people that I've ever met.
Well, thanks.
So how did this all happen? You're a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. How do you end up in a six-sided ring in Orlando, Florida? Tell me about your first day.
Well, my first day was actually shooting with Nux.
The Menagerie.
The Menagerie. And it was just super fun.
Who called you? Who made the initial phone call? How did you get here? Well, I know you're friends with Christy Hemme. Was she the one that called you?
Yeah, so Christy called me. They were looking for someone to play Nux's girlfriend. And so that's how I started as Nux's girlfriend. And then they said, you know what? If you want to stick around, learn how to wrestle. So I drove my butt to Louisville, Kentucky and started training my little butt off. So. Do
you have an athletic background? Did you play sports as a kid and stuff?
I did. I did cheerleading, I did basketball, and I played full contact tackle football for the Lingerie Bowl.
Really?
I did.
So this thought of being a professional wrestler, being a knockout, wasn't completely like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. You're an athletic person.
Absolutely not. You know, I've been in cheerleading for 15 years, and one of the sports that I cheered for was wrestling. And I was in wrestling homecoming court because I would travel with the guys to the wrestling, because I've always been connected with wrestling. I've always loved it. And you know, my brother wrestled, my dad wrestled, now my nephew, he's wrestling, so it's like in the family.
That's very cool. So you go to Louisville, you do these things, and then you find out you're going to be Nux's girlfriend in the Menagerie, and you guys have a shoot. This is very circus-like. There's fire happening. What was your thought on everything you saw at that shoot?
The shoot was just super fun. It was the first time I met Nux, and he was just so loving and caring, and just like an awesome guy. And it was just fun getting to twirl fire. And
where was the shoot at? Was it in Orlando, or was it somewhere? Were you guys in Nashville?
The shoot was actually a little on the outskirts of Nashville,
okay,
in a nice, like, cool little cabin countryside area. It was really neat.
So you had an opportunity to meet Nux, to find out what the Menagerie is going to be all about, and then you come to Orlando, and then you see the full, real circus of what is pro wrestling. What was going through your mind?
I've never seen anything like a wrestling production. It was overwhelming, exciting, new, and just so many emotions going through being backstage for the first time, seeing how, you know, you've seen all the wrestlers go by that you've seen on TV, and then seeing our crew. We come in the big old crew, you know, Steve and Rob coming out of the big crate. You know, it was all surreal.
It's funny that you said you've never seen anything like pro wrestling. You've been to a Super Bowl, and you've never seen anything like pro wrestling.
Yeah, I have. I've been to Super Bowls, Pro Bowls. You know, I've done a lot of big arena stuff and a lot of production stuff, living in LA for 13 years. So this is definitely a new, exciting experience, and it's so cool.
We'll see what the future holds for Rebel on Impact Wrestling. Thank you for joining us on My First Day. We'll see you guys next week.